the glaring gaps I see is that when women get leadership opportunities, they come with the assumptions of I'm here, so let's deal with it. And I think sometimes learning your team and appreciating who is more skilled at what, even when they are better than you in that area, is very, very important. Learning to use their skills appropriately. I think a lot of women fail in that. They fail to look at what their team skill set is and how to deploy them appropriately. And also they fail to navigate the internal conflicts that sometimes end up being there, because I can tell you that a lot of women have told me when they got appointed, there were many people who felt they didn't deserve that job. That, like, how did this person get here? And in a lot of spaces where women are actually deployed, the women are more qualified. They have a lot more papers. It's like for a woman to be in a space, you need to have proven beyond reasonable doubt that you qualify. And that's sometimes unfair, because leadership means that you're going to try some things that work, some things don't work, some things, organizations are like that. Organizations are complex in some ways, and there are things that people will blame you for that have nothing to do with you. How do you deal with that? I remember during COVID times, and this is probably an example I should share. I was head of department for journalism, and the university couldn't keep people on payroll because the students were not there, and they depend on fees, and all of these were realities. Now, when you're head of department, you're the one who is between the university and the people you lead, and they're going to be disappointed, but they don't have the university to go and speak to directly. It is you. Yeah, you're the immediate person. How do you manage those emotions and help them appreciate that, okay, you are suffering as much, and you're not really, you would wish to do things differently. It's also beyond you. There are things that are going to be beyond you when you're a leader, but you still have a role to play in terms of managing the emotions of the people you lead. Yes. So it's many lessons all the time, and you have to be willing to pick those lessons as you go along. The other area I feel women do very badly when they're appointed leaders is managing the internal politics in their organizations. I think a lot of people come with a lot of technical skills, and then they forget that there are some positions that have nothing to do with your technical skills. It has a lot to do with your political, your senses, your exactly, your ability to deal with the internal politics and external politics as well. And you can't just say that, well, I'm just here, I'm an economist, I only know my economics. No, when you become the head of that organization, your economics means little, because you now have a lot of economists in the team who will let you know what is going on in the organization. Indeed. Your task is to equip yourself as a leader. If you need coaching, get it. If you need whatever it is, but equip yourself to be able to know that the economists are doing their job, the lawyers are doing their job, and whatever. But for you, when the lawyers are fighting between themselves, can you settle them? If the economists are fighting, there are all those things. If someone is trying to backstab you and whatever, how do you deal with that? Who do you bring on board to neutralize it? That is the area where women fail. So I read last week a study that was looking at women CEOs globally, and that women CEOs stay in the job only a quarter or a third of the time of the number of years their male counterparts stay. They throw in the towel very quickly. They resign, they leave, they whatever. After just a number of years, they got in, but what took them in is not what will get you to stay. So once you're on the job, what do you do to ensure you stay on the job? And some women don't do well to say, okay, now I'm on this job, it is more demanding, I will need more hours on the job. What can I get additional help for? You are going to earn a big salary, but you don't even want to get additional domestic help because Now there are things you can't do in your position. You've already transcended those cultural barriers. You're a wife, all right, and that's okay. But can you get additional help to deal with some of the things you would have ordinarily dealt with if you didn't have this position? Then these are some of the areas that I think if women learned to manage them, they would. When I became very busy, my friend, I spent on things like washing machine, I don't know what. I didn't want to suffer because the things that take my time in the house, I dealt with them by making sure that I have the systems to deal with them efficiently. How do you make yourself efficient is a very good question.